guys, and welcome to the 2012 TNA Turning Point pay-per-view review. I am your host, the world's favorite Scrubquad Pro. Now this TNA's second pay-per-view of the year, which was headlined by the main event World Heavyweight title match, Fatal 4-Way between Robert Roode, James Storm, Bully Ray, and Jeff Hardy. We'll get to that a little bit later in the show. And as always, for pay-per-view recaps and weekly spins around the world of professional wrestling, feel free to hit that subscribe button right above my head. It's free. You might as well do it, and it'll help your knowledge of professional wrestling. So let's jump right into the pay-per-view itself. The first match was an X Division face-off between Jesse Sorensen, the big brother dude, as people are calling him, and Zema Ion. These two have really burst onto the scene this past couple months in TNA. Now they're both consistently on TV, and I think they've both been in the last 2, 3, or 4 pay-per-views. But this match took a turn for the worst. Zema Ion was able to pick up the win via countout. He threw Jesse Sorensen over the top rope, and that's where he stayed for the rest of the match. And now I know that Jesse Sorensen has suffered from a broken C1 vertebrae in his back. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I don't really know what that means or where that is. I just know that the vertebrae is in your back. So that's really bad news for him. Hopefully he'll be able to make a quick and healthy recovery, not coming back too soon, and be able to continue where he's pretty much been going, and that would be a possible title shot in the X Division. Next match, we had the TV title match between that joke of a wrestler, Robbie E, and Shannon Moore. Robbie E is the champion, and he would stay that way, defeating Shannon Moore with his little DDT thing. Now, the thing about Robbie E that I don't like is, one, he can't wrestle, and the only time he's ever held a championship is when Jersey Shore is in season, and that really pisses me off. I don't know why they do that. That's TNA trying to pretty much get mainstream and almost copying off the Zack Ryder gimmick in WWE, but the only thing is, Robbie E is not Zack Ryder. He's not as good as Zack Ryder, and he never will be as good as Zack Ryder. Why they have him the champion instead of Shannon Moore is beyond me, but that's what they decided to do, and that's how it will stay at least until the next pay-per-view. Third match, we have the TNA Tag Team titles between arguably the two, or not arguably, the two biggest tag teams right now in TNA. You had Matt Morgan and Crimson, who have held the title probably for a solid 3 months now, and Samoa Joe and Magnus. They are pretty much a team that was thrown together, and they've been able to step up, and they were able to capture the TNA title today. Great news for them. They are pretty much solidifying themselves as one of TNA's better tag teams after they split up their best tag team in Beer Money, and their other great tag team, the Motor City Machine Guns, was split up due to injuries. So these two are the tag team powerhouses, I guess you could say, and Joe and Magnus are now the powerhouse. Maybe that'll stay, or maybe Morgan and Crimson will get their revenge. Only time will tell. Next, we had the X Division Championship between the former Motor City Machine Gun, Alex Shelley, and Austin Aries. Aries was a former Ring of Honor superstar, and now he's pretty much solidifying his name in TNA. He's the X Division Champion. He won tonight and kept the belt. So, good performances from both men. Shelley, I'd love to see him back in the ring a little bit more often with TNA. I mean, definitely he's a better tag team wrestler, but he's also a good singles wrestler, and performed good tonight, but didn't get the win. Next, we had a match that was for no titles, other than the opening match, the first match that wasn't for a title, between AJ Styles and Kazarian. Now, this storyline has pretty much been wild. They started off as friends in Fortune, and now they don't like each other, and it's pretty much just been a roller coaster. And then, not to mention throwing Christopher Daniels in there, who's been AJ Styles' best friend, and then he hates him, then he likes him, then he hates him. So it's been all over the place, and Daniels would actually play a factor in this match. He gave an interference to AJ Styles, which enabled Kazarian to get the win. Hopefully, throughout, if they decide to continue the storyline, maybe Daniels will either drop out because he doesn't need to be in there, he can find something better to do, or they'll give AJ Styles a teammate in this, so it can be him and his teammate versus Kazarian and Daniels, and pretty much finish it off, because I think all three of those men, Styles, Kazarian, and Daniels, can be doing better things and maybe working together like they were before in Fortune. But that was not the case tonight, and Kazarian was able to get the win. The next match was pretty much, it's almost like a build-up match between Garrett Bischoff and Gunner, two guys who really aren't big in wrestling yet. This is not their first pay-per-view, because Gunner's been in other pay-per-view matches, but this is sort of them being built up to possibly be potential champions in TNA, or big stars within the company. Garrett Bischoff is obviously Eric Bischoff's son. He was a referee before, but then a referee turned wrestler, and he's being mentored by Hulk Hogan. And Gunner is being mentored by Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff, and they were the better mentors tonight, I guess you could say, with Gunner getting the win. But I definitely don't think this is over. I'm actually liking this storyline, surprisingly. When it first came out, I didn't like it, but now, looking at like circumstances and potential happenings, I enjoy it, and hopefully TNA can strike gold with one of these two and make a bigger wrestler that people want to see, that makes people tune in every Thursday night. And now for the main event, the Fatal 4-Way World Heavyweight Championship match with the guest enforcer of Sting. You had James Storm, Robert Roode, the current champion, Jeff Hardy, and Bully Ray. Now, personally, as a Jeff Hardy fan, I want to see him win. Unfortunately, for me, that was not the case, and Robert Roode was able to retain. But I definitely don't think this is over. I think Jeff Hardy will probably, or hopefully, get one more shot at the title, maybe at the next pay-per-view, or maybe he'll do something where he'll get it at Impact. But it was an overall good match from everyone. Now, you can definitely tell that Bully Ray is the oldest of all of them, but then again, he's been in wrestling for probably close to 20 years. So I didn't think that he was going to win the match, and he didn't. I definitely, though, was not expecting Bobby Roode to retain, so that was a good job by TNA to strike me off guard, I guess you could say. But overall, the pay-per-view was good. Turning Point, their second pay-per-view, their second good pay-per-view. Genesis was good as well. So TNA is definitely taking this year and looking to move up in their ratings. Now, the only thing they have to do to pretty much boost their ratings is do more live shows, but you know, baby steps, people. So this is a good pay-per-view by TNA. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like this video, leave a comment on what you thought of the matches themselves, and I will catch you guys later. So, peace.